operating deep underground as we go.
Shalom, shalom. Starting off giving all glory and praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kakadash. Make this fast. This Amos 9:2 being fulfilled. We're gonna listen to this video.
A large working city operating deep underground as we go about our lives on the surface above. It's real, and it's right here in the United States.
Subtropolis. Decades ago, limestone was mined here for concrete and asphalt. What's left is space, a lot of space.
Okay, so what's down here right now? We have 6 million square feet of buildings leased to 55 companies.
See that? She said we have 60. Let's go back. What'd she say?
A lot of space.
Okay, so what's down here right now? We have 6 million square feet of buildings.
She said 6 million square feet of buildings enlisted to 55 companies. Now, if you've been in the know and in the watching what's going on in the world, a lot of these major CEOs are selling their companies. Okay. Let me do this. Let me get the spelling correct. Okay. Now we're just gonna go off the AI overview. Some prominent CEOs who have sold their companies include Jeff Bezos, we all know about Amazon, Jerry Yang and David Filo, founders of Yahoo, who sold majority of their stake to Microsoft. Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook, which goes to Meta, which goes to Instagram. So just even more money for that guy. Larry Page and Sergey Brin, founders of Google. We all know Google is multi-billion-dollar. Steve Jobs, Apple. Everybody has an Apple phone, right? You know. Michael Dell, founder of Dell. Elon Musk, founder of Tesla and SpaceX. Okay. And so we know these people. We already know Mark Zuckerberg is all about the underground bunkers. We already know that. We already know Elon Musk. I was about to say Esau Musk. That's funny. We all know that Esau Musk is we already know he all about the SpaceX, trying to get off the planet. Because these elites, they know about Amos chapter 9. You know, they read it, and I bet they first time reading it and getting that understanding of it, they started to tremble and fear the Most High, because they know that these times that prophecy is gonna come. All right, so we're gonna continue watching the video. We're gonna get back to his precepts.
To 55 companies, there's 1,700 employees that run around.
See, they already got everything set up. They got over 1,700 employees already. So people is already employed. So it's people out there that you might not even consider, but they already is they basically in the know. You know, they in the inner circle. You know, at least for America, not in the inner circle of the whole world, because they not, you know, they goes into the, you know, the illuminated ones, all right, without using the actual word itself. But they already got man, look, Esau, let him tell it, his world is gonna run forever.
Here and go to work every day.
It's a massive industrial park, all underground.
Do you ever worry like the world could come to an end upstairs and you guys would just be down here
be safe,
toiling away, right? I feel like Fort Knox or...
Security is a big selling point. Subtropolis is basically disaster.
And you guys would just be down here
be safe,
toiling.
Okay, that was his whole answer. He said it's gonna be safe, right? The interviewer, the newscaster, whatever, asked him if the world, basically if society collapsed above, how y'all gonna feel down here? And his whole thing was it's gonna be safe. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the scripture says. Let's go ahead and see how safe the scriptures said it's gonna play out. Let's see if it says anything about safety. Amos chapter 9 verse 1. I saw the Lord standing upon the altar. He said, smite the lintel of the door that the post may shake, and cut them in the head off them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. that's talking about that's going into the nuclear destruction, ICBM missiles. Because remember, a lot of those missiles are gonna take majority of America. Okay. As far as the this the whole Lake of Fire ordeal. A lot of them missiles is gonna take America. Okay. And that's gonna be the first. That's gonna be the first wave. The missiles gonna touch down. And then what did Yahushua say? He said, "And cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword." Right. And so the missiles gonna purge majority of America. The first 10, 15, 20 minutes that they hit, Yahushua said it's only gonna take an hour. Not 2 days, not 3 days. So let's keep everything within an hour time frame. So the missiles hit. We know that nuclear fallout, meaning all that radiation and stuff and the dust and debris, that stuff starts to come back down about 15 minutes within the missile touching down. So the 20 minutes in, that's when the debris and shit starts coming back. Then I could see it, at the same time, Yahushua and his angels, they gonna be starting to go ahead and slay, like he said, I will kill the last one with the sword. And shit, by that 50th minute, 55 minute, the elect, Yahushua, Rathazah, we already been beamed up, and we be able to see the last hour of destruction, or last minutes of destruction of America. But what's gonna happen to these elites is, matter of fact, let me just keep reading. It says, he that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Right. So that's why he said, quote unquote, "Oh, we will be safe," when he was asked the question of, well, if all hell breaks loose in the upstairs, meaning, the surface world, what are y'all gonna do down here? He claimed that they're gonna be safe. But what does the scripture say? Verse 2. Though they dig into hell, so though they create bunkers and underground cities, what do you call it? Subtropolis. Thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, which Carmel is a mountain. So Yahushua is basically saying, so that they, the scripture, which we'll get to that one too, though they reach into heavens. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, which is metaphorical for the heavens, space, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence I will command the serpent, who is a Leviathan, and he shall bite them. And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set mine eyes upon them for evil and not for good. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now let's go to another precept. Which one? Let's see. Let's take it to the Apocrypha. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. I'm gonna start at 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. Right? Because we ain't gonna have to be getting tormented like the elect in the Jacob's trouble. We're not gonna have to get tormented in serial, whatever you want to call it, killed or harassed or whatever. All right, we gonna be the whole 2nd Ezra 15, 16. 2nd Ezra 15, they shall be like madmen, sparing none. Okay, sedition among men. We're gonna be saved from that. All right, we gonna be watching that happen to y'all. All right, as says the scriptures. Verse 2, in the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken from misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. Right? Because I'm pretty sure when they saw that the disciples was killed and how they was killed, all 12 of the disciples, John, Peter, Simon, Mattathias, a couple of them have the same names, but they was all killed in different ways, okay? Their bodies was cut in half, their heads was cut off. Apostle Paul had his head cut off. A lot of people that was there in that day, they was like, damn, they did all that worship of the Son of God, Yahushua, when he was on the earth, just to have your head cut off. So that's why it say, verse 4, verse 2, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken from misery. Right, because a man see another man get his head cut off, you automatically think, damn, that's a rough way to go out. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. Right, because that's why in the Revelation it tells you that the dead, the ones that died in the truth for Yahushua, they should be raised up first. Okay, and right now they are in an eternal state of peace because they in heaven. You don't hear no damn car alarms going off in heaven, no damn dogs barking. You don't wake up in the morning, your back hurting, you gotta stretch, and I don't feel good, I don't want to go to work, and oh man, it's cold outside. No, that's that's hell, right? But when you in peace, man, you in heaven, you're in peace, total peace. That's why, as you always hear, people that they have those supernatural experiences, they might pass out for an amount of time or might go into a coma, or they might actually die and just come back to life. My host said, yeah, I'm gonna have you dead for 5-10 minutes, and I'm gonna put your spirit back in your body because you gotta fulfill some more things on this earth. When they come out, what do they all say? Man, it was peaceful as fuck. When I was in heaven, it was peaceful, it was silent, I felt calm and everything, and they don't want to come back down to this world, because it's too much fucking commotion and chaos and wickedness. Verse 4, for though they be punished in the sight of man, yet is their hope full of immortality. Okay, right? And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them, and received them as a burnt offering. So the point is in 7. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks amongst the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. Right. So let's look up what stubble is. It said we would run to and fro like sparks amongst the stubble. As you can see, it says the short stems left in the field after a crop has been harvested. So think about this. Yahushua is coming to set this motherfucker on fire, right? Look at that. That's a perfect example. That right side represents America that's already been destroyed. That left side represents the elites that was able to make it out, okay? They still might have a fire here and there and all that, but they ultimately escaped the first, the first wave of judgment on Judgment Day. So when it says in verse 7, and in the time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among stubble, that's because once we go in that chariot, we gonna come back down to go grab you elites. We gonna come back down and grab you elites. Because y'all would have flown into space already, thinking you finna hover aboard the earth for eternity, for the rest of eternity. Like space stations don't require you to have fuel and all that. You gotta come back down to earth to get all that stuff. They think they gonna run into them underground bunkers, which a lot of the bunkers is really gonna be destroyed as soon as the missiles touch down. If your bunker is 20-30 feet underground, you fucked, I would have to see your shit being deep underground, like 500 to 1,000 feet, and it still could be penetrated. ICBM missiles, the thing of the fun fact about those things is, yeah, they test them and all that, but come on now, they could tell you, they could predict how many, they could say one Satan 2 missile could kill 10 million people on impact, or no, 3 million people on impact, and 10 million people within the next 30 minutes of it exploding. But in reality, it could be more than that, So scientists, they only have a hypothesis, an educated guess on the power of these nuclear missiles. It could be Yahushua could amp it up. He could say, no, I'm gonna put the spirit on these missiles to when they hit, to touch down even stronger than predicted. just for all out destruction of America. Okay, so yeah, basically, man, wisdom solid 3 and 7 is we gonna, when we come back out of the chariots, we're gonna have them heavenly like them God-like bodies, them Superman like bodies, Black Adam like bodies, and we gonna come and get these elites that's in the bunkers, the ones that survived the first wave, the ones that's in heaven. We gonna fly up, gonna get you, grab y'all ass. This ain't no damn Justice League. When you got your little elites, they think they the Justice League. They set up their headquarters in space above Earth. All right. Let's get a picture of that real quick. Justice League headquarters in space. This is what the elites think they finna do. They think they finna have some shit like this hovering above the ground, and you know, and look at that. They got water in the city and all that. We gonna come get you motherfuckers out of that shit, all right? It's called the Watchtower. We gonna come pull you motherfuckers out of that shit as soon as y'all think that y'all safe in this space. Now, I'm about to wrap this up. It was one more scripture I'm trying to think in my head. Let me see. One more scripture going into captivity. Let me see. Before God, you know, spirit has it to where it pops up, and I'll get it. But it's really one of those scriptures where you gotta know the key words, you know. But no, I'm not. I'm not gonna look for it because yeah, it's gonna take a lot of time to find that. You know how you have a scripture in your head, you might have looked at it a couple days ago or went over it with the icons a week ago, and then it's on the top of your mind. You're like, dang, I just don't remember exactly what it was, but it's okay. But it's going into basically, you brothers know the elites, how they gonna have to be judged first. You know, they gonna escape it, but they gonna have to be judged first. Brought in front of the judgment seat of the Most High. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. As long as well with the elect, because we gonna be the judge of the earth too, and they gonna have to explain their actions. And guess what? You don't get no lawyer for this court case. It's already, your punishment is already set in stone. We just about to expose everything that you ever did. So with that being said, I hope your brothers edified. Hey man, it's 2025 now, so-called Esau is here, right? And but going by Esau's Gregorian calendar, man, way more wickedness is happening in righteousness. That's what I'll say. Beginning of this year, everybody thought they was finna come out with their New Year's resolutions. You know, it's the same shit every year. They're gonna be a better person this year. They're gonna make more money. They're gonna have more financial success. They're gonna get a better job. They're gonna invest more and be a better person and do more in their community. Well, yeah, right, motherfucker. If anything, this world is gonna fall this year. So with that being said, Shalom.